Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Wisconsin Week 8 varsity football matchup between the Sheboygan North Raiders and the Oshkosh North Spartans. I'm Brett McNamara, and this stream is brought to you by Zaleski Sports on YouTube. A little bit of a chilly night here at the home of the Spartans, but we still do have an exciting matchup for all of you here today, so let's get into it. Going over to the Sheboygan North Raiders side, they come in at 5-2 overall, 2-2 in conference, looking to pick up another win in conference. They lost to Green Bay East 14-7 last week. A very close, hard-fought battle over at Green Bay East. They will play Menasha next week, Menasha. And then over to the Oshkosh North Spartan side. Of course, they come in undefeated, ranked number 11, 7-0, and then 5-0 in conference. They beat Green Bay West, the big score of 50-0. So we're back here at Oshkosh North's home stadium, not at the Titan Field. They will play Notre Dame next week as well. First off, be sure to check out boundwisconsin.com for scores, standings, stats, and written content throughout the week. I get my stats from www.boundwisconsin.com, and you can too. So it looks like both teams are ready to go here with the Raiders kicking off to the Spartans. Back to return for the Spartans is going to be number 14, Braden Sowell. Number 24, Amari Davis. And I believe number 1, Xavier Waters. And then kicking off for the Raiders is going to be Blake Burr, the quarterback and kicker. I'm assuming he will be also the punter for this Sheboygan North team, playing a tough Spartan squad. So we'll see if they can manage and maybe come out of here with an upset. So we are off to go here in Oshkosh North, and the kick's away. It's going to hit all the way to the end zone line, and it's actually picked up by Xavier Waters, and he'll be tackled around the 13-yard line. A little bit of miscommunication between the two kick returners, but they get it out to, looks like they're going to settle at the 14. So heading over to this offense for Oshkosh North, of course, they have Bryce Ott at the quarterback. And then their running back, Jamari Scott. Last time I broadcasted for Oshkosh North, 3 first-half touchdowns, which led him to being the Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game. He's in the backfield right now with Ott. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Handoff to Scott. And he's going to be tackled pretty quickly here, a gain about 3. And it should be 2nd and 7 for the Spartans. So like I mentioned, Sheboygan North 5-2, 2-2 overall, trying to find a path to the playoffs. If they can somehow beat this Oshkosh North squad, they will be well on their way to another playoff berth, as there's a throw there and batted incomplete. Pass intended for Dalton Clark on the pass from Ott. And it was batted down by Jackson Knudsen. So now 3rd and 5 for Oshkosh North. Scott in the backfield, Ott in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Ott looking to his right. He's going to throw it across the middle once again to Clark. He breaks through. Clark's got a chance. He breaks another tackle. There goes Clark. All the way down to the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Oshkosh North. Wow, what a start. Dalton Clark somehow breaks out of it. And an early touchdown for the Spartans. And I cannot believe it. That looks like it was done at the 30-yard line, and Clark broke out of it. So it is a touchdown. It looks like there's a So I'm not sure what the ref was trying to intend there. But will be a touchdown. So 6-0 Spartans on the reception by Dalton Clark, the senior wide receiver, making a big play around a 80-yard touchdown as the kick is up and way good into the baseball fields. And it's 7-0 Oshkosh North here with about 11 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. We're going to head to commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
Hi friends, are you a retiree like myself and have some spare time and wanting to meet new people? I drive school bus for Cobeson Buses. I enjoy seeing many smiling faces, and I still have time for the activities I enjoy. Cobeson Buses offers a flexible schedule, and it's a well-paid part-time job. It's the perfect balance of work and play. Come join me make a difference in your community. Visit Cobeson.com for more information and to find a Cobeson terminal near you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you missed it, it is 7-0 Oshkosh North on an early 80-yard touchdown reception by Dalton Clark. And if you were here to watch that, it looks like he's going to be tackled around the 35-yard line, kind of where they were going to boot it away here. And somehow Clark broke out of it and ran all the way to the end zone. Nothing but green grass and an early lead for Oshkosh North. As the ball falls over here, so they're going to have to place that one back up. Birkin Heating and Cooling is your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Birkin Heating and Cooling services all makes and models. Now is the right time to get warm for winter with Birkin Heating and Cooling. Call 920-759-1478 and see Birkin Heating and Cooling on Facebook. Here's the kick by Mason Krings, and that's going to go all the way towards the end zone. And they're going to take it back here. Past the 20. That's block. Can't tell who had the nice pancake block, but the Raiders are going to start their day at the 20-yard line with their quarterback, Blake Burr, trying to get this squad to match what Oshkosh North did on their first drive. So Burr's going to start in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers on each side, 1 running back in the backfield. It's more of a pistol look here for the Raiders. 1st and 10, here's the snap. He's looking to pass early. He's got the wide receiver and an early reception here. A decent gain for the Raiders on the catch by number 84, Nehemiah Stewart. So a gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6 now for the Raiders. It's a good momentum play there to try and get them going in this game. We've mentioned before how tough Oshkosh North is, ranked number 11th, 7-0 overall, 5-0 in conference. So this time a little bit more spread out. 2 wide receivers still on each side. Here's the snap to Burr. Burr's looking to his left this time, and that goes through the hands of the wide receiver. And those yellow numbers are really tough to tell on the white jerseys. So the pass goes incomplete. Looks like the pass was intended for number 4, Jackson Schoen. I'm not too sure about that. So it looks like kind of 2 running backs set. Here's the snap to Burr. It's going to be a fake handoff going with the reverse to Noah Blah. And an early 4th down stop for Oshkosh North. So a good job here from the offense and nice job as well by the defense making the stop and forcing the Raiders to go 3 and out and punt it away. It is only 4th and 4, so we'll see if they can pull anything out of the deep bag of trickery, but it looks like they're just going to punt it early here. 9:25 left to go in this first quarter. Here's the snap. Almost blocked. A very high kick. Doesn't go very far, though. It's going to bounce back across the 50-yard line and picked up by one of the offensive linemen, Owen Ashlis. And that's where Oshkosh North is going to start their second drive at the 49-yard line of Sheboygan North. Fox Valley Tool and Die is a precision machine job shop that supplies critical machined components for a range of customers, from Fortune 100 companies to local paper mills. Contact us today, 920-766-9455. Here's a snap from Ott to Scott. Scott trying to get around the outside, and he is tackled and ripped down. Big loss on the play made by Milton Thomas. So nice job there by the outside linebacker making the play and showing Scott it might be a tough day, but we'll see. It's going to be trips right now for Oshkosh North. Scott on the right side of Ott. Nobody to his left at all. Here's the snap. Ott's going to roll to his right. Looks like he's just going to run it, and he is. Ott trying to go back to his left, and he goes nowhere. Gain of about maybe 2. And tackled around the 47-yard line by Jackson Schoen. So now 3rd and 14 for Oshkosh North. Ott going in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Almost got him to jump. Ott's going to audible here. Scott's going to move to his left side. Ott sticking in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Ott looking to his right. He's going to have to go to his left. He's got pressure. He's not brought down, though. Ott's going to go deep. He's got the open wide receiver. And Scott, he's got it! Wow, what a play by Bryce Ott. Finding the open running back, Jamari Scott. Touchdown, Oshkosh North. And you just can't break them. Whatever you try to do, Ott and Jamari Scott find a way. And it's 13-0 early here in the first quarter. And I am just amazed right now. Wow. So here comes the kick from Krings. That is up, and it is good. 14-0 Oshkosh North on the touchdown pass to Jamari Scott. Once again, finding the end zone as we're going to head to another commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Currently 14-0 Oshkosh North here against the Sheboygan North Raiders. I'm Brett McNamara, and you are watching on Zaleski Sports. And if you missed it, Bryce Ott was rolling out to his left, almost got sacked, and then found a wide-open Jamari Scott, the running back, broke free and caught it around the 20-yard line. And it was all but green grass once again, and just somehow, some way, Oshkosh North finds a way to the end zone. And it was 3rd and 14 as well. So once again, I'm just amazed as the boot is away into the end zone. They're going to take it back. Or they actually call a touchback. So Sheboygan North is going to start once again at the 20-yard line. And trying to get him out of this hole is the quarterback, Blake Burr. So Burr with 2 running backs in the I formation, still in a pistol look. Yeah, and that goes over the head of Burr, and it's actually not Blake Burr. It's been Sam Olson this whole time. I've stated before, it's hard to tell with the yellow jerseys or the yellow numbers. So that goes over the head. It's now 2nd and 25 from the 5-yard line. So I apologize. It is Sam Olson at quarterback. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 1 running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Olson looking to his right. He's going to try and go across the middle, and it's over the head, intended for Nehemiah Stewart once again. He had a catch on the last drive, and now a 3rd and 25 for Sheboygan North. Sam Olson talking it over with his squad. One running back in the backfield. 2 slot wide receivers, a little bit closer to the quarterback. One goes in motion. Here's the snap to Olson. Olson looking to his right. He's got pressure early, and it's almost, possibly could have been intercepted there by Dalton Clark, who had a touchdown already for for Oshkosh North. But they force another 3-and-out, so back-to-back 3-and-outs forced by this Oshkosh North defense, and they're going to punt it way deep into their end zone. So we'll see if Oshkosh North brings some pressure and tries to force maybe a touchdown or a safety. One of the two could be very beneficial. So tight formation here. It looks like pressure is coming from Oshkosh North. Here's the snap. It's got to be quick, and he does. He gets it right away. Back to return is Clark. Clark collects it around the 45-yard line, around the outside of the right. He's got good blocking, good speed as well. He's around the outside on the corner and boomed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A big hit and a late flag as well. And I'm assuming it's going to be unnecessary roughness. We will await the call here by the head ref. It's a big hit on the punt returner, Dalton Clark. So unsportsmanlike conduct on actually Oshkosh North. So is at after the play, so it's going to push him back to the 30-yard line, which it's still very good starting field position here for the 3rd drive of the night. So 2 touchdown passes already for Bryce Ott, looking for his 3rd here in this first quarter. So Ott's going to start from the shotgun. Scott in the backfield. It's going to be a bunch trips left. Here's the snap. Handoff to Scott. Going to try and get around the outside. And he's tackled quickly. Maybe a loss of 1, actually, by number 11, Jackson Knutson, once again making another play. So loss of 1 there on the rushing attempt from Jamari Scott. No huddle offense here for Oshkosh North. 2 wide receivers to the right. Scott still in that backfield. Here's the snap. Handoff to Scott once again, and this time he's got better blocking. Cuts back inside. Spun around. He's got a good chance once again, making lots of moves. And Jamari Scott just does it all, and it's not even brought down. But play is blown dead around the 15-yard line. And if you get good blocking, Jamari Scott can do anything for this Oshkosh North offense. He breaks tackles. He makes great moves, great decisions, has great awareness as well. Here's the snap, handoff. No, it's actually play action. Looking for the end zone. He's got Clark, and it's incomplete. A little bit underthrown by the quarterback, Bryce Ott. He had the wide open Dalton Clark, who already has a receiving touchdown. As the pass goes incomplete, so now 2nd and 10 for Oshkosh North. Ott's going to go from the shotgun. Jamari Scott still back there. And it looks like it's false start on the, I want to say the wide receiver, Amari Davis. So false start here for Oshkosh North. They're going to change the formation. It's going to be 2 wide receivers to the right, Ott in the shotgun, trying to get Sheboygan North to jump off sides. So now he's going to audible. 1 wide receiver to his left is Jackson Anderson. Here's a snap at Ott. He's got pressure. He's looking for the end zone. Wide open and dropped. Had the open wide receiver. I want to say it was Clark. There's a lot of people over in that left corner end zone. And it was Dalton Clark with the drop. So back-to-back passing attempts for Ott to Dalton Clark. One was thrown short. That one a drop by Clark. It's now 3rd and 15 for Oshkosh North. They're going to go bunch to the right. Once again, audibling. 4, 3, 2, and a timeout's going to be called by by Oshkosh North. I was starting to count down the play clock. So 5:44 left in this first quarter, 14-0 Spartans. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this.
Is a half-court shot a good investment strategy? Yeah, that's one question your bank will never ask. Hey, it's Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player. Your bank will also never call, email, or text asking for your username, password, or PIN. That's a total scammer move. Abbey Bank and the American Bankers Association are teaming up to help you spot scams, fight fraud, and protect your money. Think you can outsmart the scammers? Test your scam IQ at banksneveraskthat.com. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Hello and welcome back. Once again, currently 14-0 Oshkosh North. It's 3rd and 15 though here for the Spartans as Ott looks to find the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. Ready 2 passing touchdowns, 1 to Dalton Clark and 1 to the running back Jamari Scott. Trips right now. Ott play action, trying to go to the end zone. He's got the wide open wide receiver. Clark this time. He's got it for the touchdown. And it is 20-0 Spartans. And what a dime there from Bryce Ott finding Clark this time. 3 passes in a row. And finally finds his wide receiver. And we were just talking about it. How even though it was 3rd and 15, Ott finds the end zone somehow, some way. So here's the kick from Krings. It is up. And that one is good once again. 21-0 Spartans here in this first quarter. 5:38 left to go. We're going to take another commercial break. We'll be back after 30 seconds.
Located on County Road KK, Birkin Heating and Cooling has proudly served Kaukauna for over 30 years. As a Bryant Factory authorized dealer, we offer top quality Bryant and Payne products. We specialize in furnaces, air conditioners, boilers, new home construction, remodels, and April air humidifiers, serving for both residential and commercial needs. Plus, we service all makes and models, offering 24-hour emergency service. Call us today at 920-759-1478 and let Birkin take care of your heating and cooling needs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. I'm Brett McNamara, and you are watching on Zaleski Sports. Currently 21-0 Oshkosh North here against Sheboygan North. And it's been all Spartans. 3 passing touchdowns for Bryce Ott, 2 to Dalton Clark, 1 to the running back Jamari Scott, as Mason Krings is awaiting to put this one away for the 3rd time tonight. Advantage Machine has invested in the Machine Center, machine tools, metal inventories, and our people. Advantage Machine offers a first-class workspace to ensure the best quality, and with our responsive customer service, fair pricing, and on-time delivery. Call 920-462-4427 and see Advantage Machine on Facebook. Nice return there for Sheboygan North. So they're going to start their 3rd possession of the night here in this first quarter at the 32-yard line. Hopefully they can get closer to me so I can see what the numbers are on offense. A little bit tough here up in the stands to tell, but we do know the quarterback this time, Sam Olson. Here's a snap to Olson. It's going to be a handoff and actually a pitch to the running back, Noah Blah. I believe it's Blaha. And that goes for a gain of 3. So Olson, they kind of run a wing T formation. They have a lot of movement in that backfield. And they have a lot of different options to go to as well. So you can either go to the outside wide receiver, another wide receiver comes in motion, or the main running back, Milton Thomas. But they do throw it a little bit more than most wing T offenses. So here's the snap to Olson. This time another pitch, and that goes nowhere. Going to Dayton Podrowski and tackled as Podrowski looks to be a little bit shaken up as the trainer's going to come out here. But we're going to go to a commercial break here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back after the injury.
Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success. Offering comprehensive solutions that include brand development, social media marketing, branded products, and digital marketing. The goal is to streamline every aspect of marketing while maximizing results. With a focus on clear, transparent communication and a driven team ready to hustle, Bear Performance Marketing is your partner for marketing that outperforms the competition. Learn more at bearpm.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. The injury timeout is over. 21-0 still here, Oshkosh North. The injured player was Dayton Podrowski, the running back. Got the handoff and was tackled back behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 2, so 3rd and 12 now. Or actually, it's going to be a loss of 5 with him gaining 3 in that first play. So now, 3rd and 12 here for Sheboygan North. Here's the snap. Olson looking to his right. It's going to go to his left, I believe he is. He's looking for the wide receiver and overthrown. Nice defense there by Tyler Farnsworth. Not letting anything be caught over there. So now another 3-and-out forced by Oshkosh North. And out will come the punting unit for the, believe, the 3rd time tonight. So punting for Sheboygan North is going to be Cade Hightower, the junior running back. Here's a snap. He's got to get away quickly. It's outside. I would watch that as the game continues, and that's where the ball should be dead because he touched it earlier. I guess not, but I would watch that outside. Andrew Oler, the outside linebacker, he's almost there every single time. And I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a play on a future punting attempt. So out will come Oshkosh North and Bryce Ott. 3 passing touchdowns, 2 to Dalton Clark, the senior. And then 1 to, of course, Jamari Scott. So 2 wide receivers are going to line up in a stacked formation. It's actually Scott out there, I believe, with Dalton Clark. We'll see if they draw something up here. Here's a snap, handoff to the running back, Tyler Farnsworth, and he's tackled quickly. That was actually a handoff to Jamon Thompson-Schreck. A loss of 3. And 2nd and 13 now for Oshkosh North. So they're going to go back to that formation here. You can see the 2 stacked wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. 2 running backs in the backfield as well. Ott in that shotgun. Here's a snap. Ott's going to go to the the running back, Jamari Scott, going around the outside, toe tapping and getting that first down. Maybe it's going to be very close, maybe short of it by a yard. I guess we'll see where the refs are going to place it, but a nice job there on the screen pass completion to Jamari Scott. They're going to go to that stacked formation once again. So 3 plays in a row. They did pick up the first down, so 1st and 10 here for the Spartans. Here's Ott with a snap. You're going to go to the running back and almost straight down. That's Jamon Thompson-Schreck once again. This time it's positive yards for the senior running back. Gain of 3. And actually they're going to give him 4. So 2nd and 6 now for the Spartans on the handoff to Thompson-Schreck. So they're going to stick with this formation, a new formation we haven't seen yet. And a timeout is going to be called by Sheboygan North. They're taking their first timeout of the night here in this first half with 2:37 left to go in the first quarter. We're going to head to another commercial break and be back after this.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you 2 get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Currently 21-0. Oshkosh North as Sheboygan North takes their first timeout of the night. As both teams talking it over to see what adjustments they want to do. 2nd and 6 now for the Spartans. So Ott in the same formation here. Here's the snap, handoff to Schreck. Schreck breaks free and tackled around the 30-yard line on the handoff to Jamon Thompson-Schreck. They've gone to him 3 times already on this drive, and this time he finally breaks out for a big gain for Oshkosh North. Here's a snap, handoff to the running back, Schreck once again, and he is ripped down, but still going somehow. And another big rush for the senior running back. And it looks like a gain of 8, so now 2nd and 2 with under 2 minutes now in this first quarter. So trips right, different formation, handoff to Scott. Scott going to the left, and it looks like tackled. It will be a first down as he's still going, and finally the whistle's blown. So it looks like around the 16-yard line. And it'll be another 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Once again, the Spartans coming in ranked number 11th, 7-0 overall, 5-0 in conference. And then over on the other side for Sheboygan North, 5-2 overall and 2-2 in conference. Ott trying to get Sheboygan North to jump off sides. Tight formation here for Oshkosh North. Handoff to Scott once again. The linebacker was there right away. Scott breaks both of those tackles and then brought down by the defensive lineman. Tackled by number 80, Kingston Stewart. As we head to the 1-minute mark here in this first quarter. Ott possibly has a chance to have 4 passing touchdowns in the first quarter. We'll see if he can get it done. So here's another. No, it's going to be a rollout. Ott looking for the end zone once again, and that's batted away and incomplete. We'll stop the clock at 45 seconds, but a nice play made there by number 11, Jackson Knutson, reading Ott perfectly. And it'll be 3rd and 8 now for Oshkosh North. So this is easy field goal range for Mason Krings. We'll see if that happens. Here's the snap. Ott just going to run it here, and that goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 2. And Ott wants to go for it here on 4th and 8. There was actually 4th and 7, so it's going to be a gain of 1. Ott wants to go for it, and they're going to keep the offense out there. Krings, once again, does have a good leg, but there is 20 seconds left, so we'll see if they end up running a play. They could just have him try to jump off sides. So 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Scott in the backfield. Going in motion is Jackson Anderson. It's now going to be trips right. 7 seconds left to go, and I think they're just going to waste this clock and go to the other end zone and end this first quarter. And that's exactly what they're going to do. 21-0, Oshkosh North at the end of 1. As we flip sides, and we're going to head to a commercial break first, though, here on Zaleski Sports.
High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Friday nights with hometown pride, Zaleski Sports is statewide hype. Cameras roll, the crowds go crazy. Live stream gold, it's never lazy. Play so big, you'll replay it twice. Coverage bold, it's really nice. High school sports and entertainment, there's nothing like it, you can't contain it. Hometown hype, we lift it higher. Zaleski Sports, we bring the fire.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Currently 21-0 Oshkosh North against the Sheboygan North Raiders. Once again, I am Brett McNamara, and you're listening on Zaleski Sports on YouTube. As it's currently 4th and 7 for the Spartans, they're going to send out their kicker, Mason Krings, who's got a pretty good leg, so should be able to make it from here. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it's actually blocked. And Oshkosh North's going to fall on it, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. And finally, some momentum for the Sheboygan North Raiders. Is getting through there for the block. Was the Raiders, so nice job there. Keeping this score at 21-0. So now out will come the offense for Sheboygan North. It's going to be the quarterback, Sam Olson, trying to get a scoring drive together. 2 wide receivers to the left. Olson in the pistol. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. believe it went to, it's actually a keeper by Olsen. And this wing T formation is just very tough to pick out who's actually got the ball. I thought the running back had a pretty good chance there on the handoff to at least get somewhere. But it's going to be a gain of 1 for Sheboygan North. A little bit of a spread, more offense here for the Raiders. 1 wide receivers to the right, one to the right, 1 to the left. Here's a snap to Olsen. It's going to be a keeper by Olsen once again. Maybe gets a gain of 2. And it'll be a 3rd and 7 for the Raiders. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get a head start on their college education thanks to dual credit classes made possible by Fox Valley Technical College. These are college-level classes that high school students take for free, saving on average more than $600 per student. Learn more at fvtc.edu/gettechnical for Fox Valley Tech. So 3rd and 7 for the Raiders. They have not gotten 1 first down in this game, and we are already through 1. Olsen's going to go from the shotgun. He's going to keep it once again, pitch it out to the running back. And all over is this Oshkosh North defense as they make another play. And another injury here for the Raiders. Looks like it's Alex Cruz, the fullback, as we're going to head to a commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Located on County Road KK, Birkin Heating and Cooling has proudly served Kaukauna for over 30 years. As a Bryant Factory authorized dealer, we offer top quality Bryant and Payne products. We specialize in furnaces, air conditioners, boilers, new home construction, remodels, and April air humidifiers, serving for both residential and commercial needs. Plus, we service all makes and models, offering 24-hour emergency service. Call us today at 920-759-1478 and let Birkin take care of your heating and cooling needs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Looks like Cruz is all right. Walked out on his own. 21-0 here as the punting unit will come out for Sheboygan North. As that one's high in the air around the 50-yard line. A fair catch is going to be called by Clark. It's actually going to be set up at the 48, or actually, excuse me, the 43-yard line of Oshkosh North. So Bryce Ott, 3 passing touchdowns in that first quarter, 2 to Dalton Clark, and 1 to the running back Jamari Scott. And on the other side, Sheboygan North has gone nowhere. So both units for the Spartans doing it once again, making stops on defense, not allowing any first downs. And Ott's been phenomenal so far. Here's a snap. Ott looking deep. He wants the wide receiver. And that's overthrown. Pass intended for Jackson Anderson. Was double coverage over on that left side. But it goes over the head of the senior wide receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10 now for Oshkosh North. So 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ott in the shotgun. Jamari Scott once again in that backfield. This feels like a Jamari Scott run play with it still being 2nd and 10. Scott's going to move to the right side now of Ott. Here's the snap. Ott's actually going to throw. He's got early pressure. Ott's just going to have to do something. It's actually a screen pass to Scott, and he's got green grass and blockers. Scott around the left side trying to break it free, and he is gone. Jamari Scott has done it once again. And I thought initially it was just bad blocking, but it set me up and the defense up perfectly and catches all of us off guard. It was a screen pass to Jamari Scott, and he goes the full 57 yards. It's now 27-0 Oshkosh North. As we await the kick from Mason Krings. Jamari Scott with the second touchdown of the day. Fourth passing touchdown by Bryce Ott. 2 to Scott, 2 to Clark. And we're going to head to another commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Currently 28-0 Oshkosh North. And if you missed it, it was a 57-yard screen pass touchdown to the star running back Jamari Scott, making another big play, weaving through defenders, had nice blocks, and then turned on the afterburners around the 30-yard line. And after that, it was just green grass and nothing in front of him. So now with 9:33 remaining in the second quarter, Sheboygan North's got to do something to at least try and make this a ball game, because currently they are being blown out, and we are well on our way to another running clock in this ball game. As we will await the kick by Mason Krings. Looks like we are ready to go. Back to return for Sheboygan North is number 24, Michael Kakwotush. And as that will go way out of the end zone, and a couple late hits, and we got a little bit of a scuffle between a couple players. I'm not sure what the penalty is going to, I'm not sure who the penalty is going to be on, whether it's going to be Oshkosh North. It looks like it's going to be on Sheboygan North, but we will await the call. Travel Leaders Discovery specializes in creating personalized, unforgettable, and stress-free travel experiences for individuals, families, and groups of all sizes. Travel Leaders Discovery is a full-service agency booking beach vacations, cruises, hotel-only, and air hotel, Disney, house rentals, business travel, romantic travel, and family vacations anywhere you want to go. Call Travel Leaders Discovery at 833-TL-TRIPS and visit www.tltrips.com. It looks like the refs are ready to make a decision here. So the ref originally said it was on the kicking team. It was actually on the return team. So Sheboygan North gets the unnecessary roughness call, and it was a pretty late hit there. But these teams have been scuffling a couple times, as that's going to push them all the way back to the 10-yard line. And once again, Sheboygan North has not picked up one first down in this ball game yet, and now it is 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. So this is just getting worse and worse for the Raiders. So we'll see if they can change anything up. Sam Olson in the pistol once again. Here's the snap. They're going to go a handoff to the running back, Milton Thomas. And that goes for about, I want to say 5 yards. So pretty decent gain there for the Raiders. So 2nd and 5 now for Sheboygan North. One wide receiver to the right. 3 running backs in the backfield for the Raiders. Here's a snap. It's going to be a pitch option. The quarterback, Olsen's just going to keep it. And a gain of 3. It'll now be 3rd and 2 for the Raiders on the keeper by the quarterback, Sam Olsen. Originally, we thought it was Blake Burr starting at quarterback. I saw the senior and quarterback right on the list, so I just assumed with the numbers, it's tough to tell here up in the stands once again. So we're trying our best to figure out who is who. It's now 3rd and 1 for the Raiders, looking to pick up their first down of the game. It's going to be 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's going to be a reverse sweep to the wide receiver. It looks like he's got the first down, and he does. On the carry by, I believe, Jackson Schoen. So a first down here for Sheboygan North. 7:50 left to go in this first half. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. It's going to be a pitch option. They're going to go to the outside, and what a play on a trip tackle by Jackson Anderson, knocking down Noah Blaha. And it'll be a loss of 1, a big hit by Anderson. So 2nd and 11 for the Raiders. And they've gone nowhere. Oshkosh North's defense has been everywhere tonight, making the big play, being aware of what's going on, even with all the misdirections. They've played great. Olsen in the pistol. A little bit of motion. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's actually a keeper by Olsen. And he goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 2 and pushed down at the end. And a late flag is called. And I'm going to say it was on Sheboygan North, but we will wait. I think it was on the talking at the end. And once again, this is the 2nd time in a row it's been an unsportsmanlike conduct called on Sheboygan North on late hits. So we will see if they go in that direction. Here's the call from the referee. So it's going to be half the distance to the goal. It'll still be 3rd down for Sheboygan North on an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play was blown dead. And at this point, Sheboygan North is just beating themselves. Multiple unsportsmanlike conduct calls. The blocking's just not working out, and then their defense has allowed 28 points already. So 6:40 left to go. They're going to have to come from their 13-yard line to try and get the first down at the 34. So 2 wide receivers on each side. Olsen trying to look deep. He wants the one-on-one coverage to the deep wide receiver, and that is intercepted right into the breadbasket of Max Rohr as he's going to try and return this back. Tackled around the 37-yard line, and an easy interception for Rohr. And that ball was just overthrown. Olsen trying to make something out of nothing, and it cost him. Max Rohr, the last game I broadcasted, he had a punt return touchdown. I really thought there he had a chance to return that back. Only got around 15 to 20 yards, but with 6:12 remaining in this second quarter, Oshkosh North will come out and start at the 36-yard line of Sheboygan North. So 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Scott in the backfield with Ott. Here's the snap. Scott trying to get around the outside. He gets the edge, and somehow he turns negative yards maybe into positive yards. Scott backtracks and then goes forward once again, and Scott just goes all around the field. He uses every inch of the field, and it works out always in his favor. That's a gain of 3 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Spartans. So 2 wide receivers to the left, 5:30 left to go in this second quarter. Scott moves to the left side of Ott. Here's the snap to Ott. Looks to his right. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to run it here. Ott breaks 1 tackle, and Ott's just going to slide down. And it'll be a gain about 4 yards on the quarterback keeper by Bryce Ott. And a nice decision there from Ott, being aware that he couldn't probably get any more yards and possibly get momentum on the side of Sheboygan North. So Ott in the shotgun. And this has got Jamari Scott handoff written all over it. 2 wide receivers to the left in that bunch. Scott's going to move to the right side of Ott. As here's the snap. And it's a low snap. Ott, he's got to drop on it. Looks like it was a miscommunication between Scott and Ott, deciding if it was actually going to him or not. So a loss of yards, and now 4th and 6 for Oshkosh North. And they're going to keep the offense out there. And I don't blame them. They're in the territory, and this is kind of a rough spot to punt it or keep it. So trips left now for Ott. Scott's going to be on the right side of him. They've done screen passes before, and it's worked, especially on that last drive. And Oshkosh North's just going to call timeout here. Just wanted to show something. We'll see if they punt it away. But with 3:50 left to go, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be back after this. Excuse me.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Currently 28-0, Oshkosh North against the Sheboygan North Raiders. It's currently 4th and 6 for the Spartans. It looks like they're going to go for it. Trips left, once again showing the same formation as they were before they called the timeout. So Ott in the shotgun, Scott to the left of him. Here's the snap, a little bit of a bubble screen option. He's going to go deep towards the end zone. He wants Anderson, and that is incomplete. Pass intended for Jackson Anderson, the senior wide receiver. And it'll be a turnover on downs for the Spartans. And he had a chance. It looks like he just ran out of room, had to make some kind of move to even catch that ball, but it went out of bounds. And Sheboygan North, after throwing an interception on the previous drive, will start this one at the 32. So here's Sam Olson in the shotgun trying to put something together for this Raiders offense. Here's the snap. Olson looking to his right. He's got the wide receiver and overthrown. Pass intended for Noah Blaha. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. So Olson's just been missing his passes by maybe just a few inches, trying to connect with them and get something going. Unfortunately, it's just been not working for this Sheboygan North offense. And it's not all been by mistakes. A lot of it's coming from this outstanding defense by Oshkosh North. They're getting everywhere. They're making plays. It's that defensive line really staying determined. Here's Olsen now looking for the pass. He's got the wide receiver wide open and caught for a first down and tackled around the 49-yard line. A big gain to the wide receiver, Nehemiah Stewart, excuse me. And a little bit of a false start on Nehemiah Stewart, who just caught the ball. I saw a little bit of a jolt, and that's going to back him up 5. Nehemiah Stewart with the big gain of 14 yards, picks up the first down. It's now 1st and 5 on the false start by Nehemiah Stewart. So Olsen's going to go in the pistol once again. Here's the snap. Olsen looking for Stewart. He wants to go across the middle. Overthrown, almost intercepted by Jackson Anderson. It'll now be 2nd and 15 for the Spartans. So 3 plays in a row now. We're talking about Nehemiah Stewart. Made the catch, had the false start, and then the incomplete pass. So 2nd and 15 for Olsen, trying to get something going. Here's a snap. Olsen rolling out to his left. He's got to look somewhere. And a big hit. You saw it coming. That's intercepted. Interception by Clark, breaking a tackle. Wow. A big hit by Eli Ott on the quarterback, Olsen. Forced him into throwing an interception by Dalton Clark, who's tackled around the 46-yard line. And just when you thought it got chippy, it's going to get even more chippier after a few big hits from Eli Ott on the quarterback. So back-to-back possessions resulting in an interception for Olsen. And out will come Bryce Ott now on offense. Here's a snap. Hand off to Scott. Scott cuts in. He's going to bounce outside. You saw it coming. Scott bounces back inside. There is a flag thrown. It looks like it's going to be blocking the back or holding. Nice few moves there from Jamari Scott, being shifty as always. It was a gain of 7 initially, so we're going to see what the ref's going to call here. I'm assuming they're going to push him back. So here's the call. Yep. So holding against the Spartans is the call. It's going to push him back from where Scott was tackled. So it should still be about 1st and 13, 1st and 12 for the Spartans. So they don't lose much here. Still first down. It's going to be twins right, Ott in the shotgun. You can see Jackson Anderson at the top of your screen being the lone wide receiver, the senior who just had a nice couple plays. Play action. Ott's looking for Anderson. Here it comes. That's a dime right into the hands. That's a touchdown. Just was talking about Jackson Anderson as he makes another big play for this Spartans offense. And what a dime thrown by Bryce Ott. He's got 5 passing touchdowns. Wow. So 34-0 here in this first half with 2 left to go as we await the kick by Mason Krings. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is right through. 35-0. Oshkosh North on the 50-yard bomb to Jackson Anderson. As we're going to head to another commercial break here on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you missed it, it was a 50-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Ott to Jackson Anderson. 5 passing touchdowns for Bryce Ott already in this first half. I'm speechless at this point. Bryce Ott making every single play for this offense for the Spartans. As we await the kick once again from Krings. That one goes out of bounds, and another touchback for Oshkosh North with 2:07 remaining in this first half. And the last time I broadcasted this one, they also blew out Sheboygan South. And the backups were, I would say, in around the third quarter. So we'll see if that happens again. But it is only the first half, so a lot can happen. Sheboygan North on offense here. And if you can put 35 points up for one team, why can't the other team do it? So pistol formation for Olsen. 1 wide receiver in motion. It's going to be a play action. Looking for his wide receiver. It's caught by Nehemiah Stewart once again, and another first down on the completion. So they got to go a little bit in a hurry-up offense here. Olsen, the completion, about a gain of 20, or maybe 15. Motion once again. Olsen, here's the snap. He's got the dump-off option. This time he's going to go over and incomplete, intended for Jackson Knutson. And it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. This offense has just not been producing, unlike the Oshkosh North offense, who has 5 passing touchdowns in the first half. 2 wide receivers on each side. Here's the snap. Olsen rolling out to his right. He's going to go deep, and that's underthrown and intercepted. 2nd interception of the day for Max Rohr, and that was an easy one. Olsen just threw it up, and Rohr backtracked it right into his hands, and that's going to run the clock. Or at least, I'm not too sure. Offense is actually still staying out there. So there's a penalty on the defense, and it'll be an automatic first down. So it was a personal foul. Takes away the Rohr interception. The clock rolls all the way down to 17 seconds, so I'm not sure if they're going to change. Yes. Refs are going to call it timeout. Or at least Sheboygan North is. With 17 seconds left to go, Sheboygan North trying to put something together. And we'll see if they can. I'm not too sure with the way their offense has been playing. It's been really stale. So we'll see what they can try to do. They're at the 48-yard line of Oshkosh North, first time on their side of the field. Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success. From brand development to social media marketing and promotional solutions, we streamline your marketing for maximum results. Learn more at BAERPM.com. This looks like both teams are ready to go after the timeout by Sheboygan North. Olson's got to put something together here with his offense. He's going to start in the pistol, most likely going to pass here. One wide receiver, two on each side, two slot wide receivers. Here's the snap. Olson looking. He's going to go across the middle, and that's going to be almost caught. Incomplete pass intended for Jackson Knutson, and another timeout called. So with it being 35-0, that forces a running clock. So that is why Sheboygan North is calling timeouts to try and put some more points on the board, or any points on the board. There's now 7 seconds left to go. That took off 10. I'm assuming it's just going to be a shot to the end zone or maybe a couple laterals, but you don't want to have Oshkosh North score any more points before the end of this half. That would be the worst case scenario. Best case, obviously, would be put some points on the board. So two wide receivers to the left for Olson. Olson's going to be in that shotgun. Two to the right as well. One running back in the backfield. That's Milton Thomas. I'm going to watch this D-line here for Oshkosh North. Olson just going to go deep. He wants the wide receiver, and I believe it's a catch or an interception. It's an interception by Rohr. He gets it. Finally, he gets the second interception, and that's going to end the first half. 35-0 Oshkosh North against Sheboygan North. As we head to halftime, and we're going to turn on Hard Knocks for you for our halftime presentation. We'll be back after this.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hard Knocks on Zaleski Sports is presented by Security Health Plan. SecurityHealth.org is your portal to find your plan, a doctor, prescription tools, and more. For 24/7 access and all the tools and resources needed to improve your well-being, right at your fingertips, visit SecurityHealth.org.
All right, man, Ron Colley, it's all about rising to the challenge this week, right? That's what we've been talking about. It's time to rise up, right? Heroes will rise. Does that make sense?
I like that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
we'll rise and take these guys on. I don't have a lot for you in here today. We'll do awards tomorrow. We have some new tackling circuit today. It's going to be Extended Tackle Tuesday. Everybody likes Tackle Tuesday? Yeah. Extended Tackle Tuesday. We'll start with warm-ups, have a little bit of pursuit. We can get through that fast if everybody's perfect. And then we got a long tackle circuit. We are not looking for maximum reps today. We are looking for perfection. Right? So we're going to go through slows at 25%, then 75%, 25, 50, 75,
100%. There are 3 weeks left in the regular season, and the St. Mary Catholic Zephers have not lost in nearly a month. After a 41-7 whooping of the Kohler Co-op on homecoming weekend, the Zephers at 4-2 have momentum on their side and are feeling optimistic about what this season could turn into. But momentum on its own will only carry you so far. And with a 3-game stretch like the Zephers are facing to close the season, at Roncalli, home against Brilliant, and at New Holstein, they're going to have to heed Coach Detterman's word and rise up to the challenge this week if they want to prove themselves in this conference. As good as these last 3 games have been for the Zephers, they've developed a habit of starting games slowly and then exploding in the second half. a style of play that is not sustainable, especially against top-tier teams. This week, as part of rising up to the challenge of the Roncalli Jets, they look to light that fire in the first half and not have to rely so heavily on second-half performance to win them games. But starting games fast is not just the responsibility of the offense. The defense obviously has to back them up, but special teams needs to do its part too. And Coach Detterman has spent the entire season making it well known to everybody that all three phases of the game need to be in tune for them to be successful. And the Zephers special teams unit, headed mainly by Coach Krista Olson, has been making play after play, game after game.
Okay, so Max, Caleb, Dom, Gus, JBS, Jacob, Riker, Todd, Riley, and Luke. Riker, you're right here. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? All right. So let's go crack 'em. Huh? Yeah. All right, crack 'em on me, crack 'em on 3.
1, 2, 3, crack 'em.
Let's go! So a lot of it comes down to focus and making sure at practice we're getting in quality reps. We don't have a whole lot of time during practice to get in a lot of special teams, so quality is a key. We do have a lot of really talented players, and we want to make sure that we're putting them in the position to be successful at whatever it is that we have, kick return, punt return, kickoff. We want to put those players in the position that they best suits them so that they can make plays. But in the end, it's really about a team and making sure that everybody does their part. So it's not just one person, it's the whole team that really matters in all of these plays and how they are become successful.
So it's pretty good practice today. It's a good start to the week. Warm. Let's see if we can be hotter tomorrow. Be hotter tomorrow? We need to really get hot on offense. All right? We need to control that clock and do what we want to do on offense this week. All right? Yeah. I can say something.
Yeah! I love football! It's freaking awesome. This is Roncalli week, and I don't know about you, but I seen a jet fly by, and I got really mad! I got really mad when I seen that. I don't know about you. So let's work this week so we can win on Friday and become champions! Yeah! Zephers on me, Zephers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Zephers!
The Roncalli Jets do not play their home games at Roncalli High School. Instead, they play at Ron Rubik Field, also home to the Division I Manitowoc Lincoln Ships. But regardless of the venue, the Zephers come into this one looking for their 4th win in a row. Meanwhile, Roncalli, like the Zephers' opponent from last week, is coming off of a loss against Brilliant. With both the Zephers and the Jets coming into this game with a 4-2 record overall and a 3-1 record in conference play, it is sure to be a battle.
All right, men, we have worked really hard all year to put ourselves in the position we're in now, right? We're competing for things that matter. We're playing meaningful football in October. That's awesome. I'm really proud of you guys for getting here, but I'm going to be even prouder when we take the next step after tonight, all right?
We're going to let them know Zephyr Nation came here to play, right?
Yes, sir.
I want to see all-out effort. You guys, you seniors, right here. We started this journey 6 years ago when tackle football got started. Now it's time to lay it all out there. 3 games to the regular season, 4 and more for postseason, right?
Yes.
Seniors, lead the way. Hold people accountable. Juniors, step up. Sophomores, freshmen, that sideline better be jacked. I am so jacked about tonight. Semi-professional football gets played on this field. You guys know that? Semi-professional football gets played on this field. We're going to show them professional football. Zephyr style. Are we ready? Yeah! Bring it!
After one of the best hype speeches of the season so far from Coach Trinkner, the Zephers take the field, and we are ready to go. Alexei Quinones' opening kickoff is fielded by Aiden Jurgensons, and he's going to get a nice return out near the 30-yard line, but a block in the back on the Jets is going to back him up right away. But they're going to get that penalty yardage back and then some. Here's senior Sawyer Van Dries ripping it for 20 yards on 1st and 10. On the next play, trying the passing game with quarterback Dominic Thiele, but he throws it away, and Mason Wagner comes up with the interception, and the Zephers are doing their job on defense early. Zephers facing a 3rd and 2 on their first offensive possession, and Tarver Trinkner is going to try to pick it up himself, which he does. 1st down. On a 2nd and 8, Trinkner is going to go to the air and dump it off to Max Vosters. He's going to barrel his way down near the 2-yard line for a 1st and goal. Then just 2 plays later, it's a handoff to Elliot Reichenbacher, who cashes in for a 2-yard rushing touchdown. The Zephers capitalize after the Mason Wagner interception. Quinones adds the extra point. Zephers are up 7-0.
The score is St. Mary Central 7. Montali Jets 0. Let's go! Let's go!
Alexei Quinones kicks it away to Aiden Jurgensons for the 2nd time in the game, and Jurgensons is going to have a nice return again. No penalties this time, and he makes a nice cut out to near the 34. On a 1st and 10, Dominic Thiele going to the air after the play action. He's going to pick up his first completion of the game here to Dominic Frozena. Going to hug that sideline on his way to a 15-yard gain. On the next play, they're sticking with the passing game. This time they're going to go to Donovan Cowley, who twists his way to a gain of 9 yards to set up 2nd and 1. And Sawyer Van Dries is going to get that yard easily on this play, running hard on his way to a gain of another 9 yards. 1st down Jets. A few plays later, on a 2nd and 10 from the 11-yard line, they go to Van Dries again, who's tackled at the 3-yard line by Elliot Reichenbacher and Dominic Todd. This is a 3rd and 2 from the 3-yard line, and they hand it off to Van Dries again, and he's going to muscle his way to a 1st down at the 1-yard line. And on 1st and goal from the 1, Van Dries is going to leap over everybody, gets into the end zone for the Jets' first points of the game. Extra point is good, and it's tied 7-7. Zephers with another shot at it on offense. Trinkner to the air, throws it away. It's picked off by Dominic Thiele, showing off his talent on both sides of the ball. After making the interception, Dominic Thiele is going to go to the air on offense on 1st and 10, finds Donovan Cowley for a gain of over 15 yards. A couple plays later, on a 2nd and goal, they go to Van Dries on the ground, and the Zephers are just able to hold him back. But on 3rd and goal, they go with the toss to Van Dries, and no such luck this time for the Zephers defense. He scores for the 2nd time on the night. Jets add the extra point and go up 14-7 on what would be the final play of the 1st quarter. The Zephers would be set up by a good kick return, and on 1st and 10, they go with the handoff to Elliot Reichenbacher. He picks up 8 yards. On another 1st and 10, they go with Reichenbacher on the ground again, who's almost brought down for no gain, but breaking tackles is able to get about 7 or 8. Zephers getting in rhythm now. Here's another 1st and 10 and another 7-yard pickup, this time on the quick pass to Mason Wagner. On 3rd and 3, they're going to try the handoff to George Voss, who is swallowed up by the Jets defense. It brings up a 4th down field goal attempt by Alexei Quinones, who misses it by inches. The score remains 14-7 in the 2nd quarter. On a 2nd and 10 for Roncalli, the Zephers are finally going to get to Sawyer Van Dries, brought down in the backfield by Zeke Hennessy. On 3rd and 11, Dominic Thiele goes to the air and completes it to Donovan Cowley, but he's tackled well short of the 1st down. Brings up a 4th and 7. They go for it on the screen to Sawyer Van Dries. Got plenty of room to run, and he's going to pick up a 1st down. On 2nd and 3, Dominic Thiele fakes the handoff and takes off running himself. Going to easily pick up the 1st down before he's pushed out of bounds at the Zephers' 31. A few plays later, backed up by a holding penalty on 3rd and 15, and Dominic Thiele is going to take off running himself again. Going to get really close to a 1st down, brings up 4th and 2. They go for it on 4th down again. No surprise it's a handoff to Sawyer Van Dries, and he's tackled right near the sticks. They'll bring out the chains to see if he made it, and it's ruled that he did not. It's a turnover on downs for the Jets. On the very first play after the turnover on downs, Elliot Reichenbacher takes over. He leaves everybody in the dust on this play, taking it 93 yards towards the other end zone, but hold everything. A flag for a block in the back is going to come out and wipe away the touchdown, but it is still a big pickup for the Zephers.
time. We got to punch this in now. There's no questions about this. We got to score here. We got to score here. Let's go. We got to keep our defense off the field, and we got to score. Any questions? No, Coach. Let's go. Let's go. We got to stop with that shooting ourselves in the foot stuff, guys. Come on.
After the penalty, it's 1st and 10 for the Zephers from the 36-yard line, and Tarver Trinkner is going to take this one himself down the far sideline for a gain of 13. But just a few plays later on a 3rd and 5, less than a minute to go in the half, and the Zephers shoot themselves in the foot. Trinkner throws his second interception of the night, and it's Dominic Thiele again, and the Jets are going to have another chance before the half. Thiele back in the driver's seat with 42 seconds to work with. It's a screen pass to Sawyer Van Dries, plenty of room to run, picks up a first down. But the Jets can't keep the momentum going. Here's a 4th and 9 with 2 seconds left in the half. Thiele's long pass attempt is going to come up incomplete, and Roncalli will take a 14-7 lead into halftime. And aside from a few plays, the Zephers feel like they are right in this ball game.
These are small adjustments, right? We align, we assign, we attack. Halftime, we're making adjustments. We had a short field one time, and then we just missed a tackle on the other. We're in a great spot. We're going to come out. We'll shut them out this half, okay? And the offense is going to get going.
All right, we got to get rid of the mental errors. Got to get rid of the mental errors. That's it. They can't stop us. They cannot stop us. We don't have to do anything fancy to run the football on these guys. Nothing fancy. We're going to run it right at them all night long. That's all we're going to do. We don't need to be fancy. We don't need to do anything different. We can just do what we do. We just got to get rid of the mental errors. That's it. I actually, last week I didn't know if we believed we were better than them. I actually believe you know you're better than them. I do. I believe you know you're better than them. I do. I normally don't say that. I believe it. Now we got to go execute it, though, right? Believing it's one thing. Now we got to execute it. Does that make sense? Let's go. Let's do it.
The Zephers have executed in the second half all season long. Time to see if they can do it when it matters most. Special teams certainly doing their part here as the Jets go with the onside kick and Jacob Ernstine falls on it. But on an early 3rd down, the offense just can't get it going. Elliot Reichenbacher has nowhere to run, and the Zephers have to punt. On a 1st and 10 for Roncalli, Sawyer Van Dries is going to continue his great night, racing his way to a gain of 13 and a first down. Then the Jets go with the play action. Thiele rolls out of the pocket, looks downfield for his tight end Jake Hilmer, but it comes up incomplete. On 4th and 7, Roncalli going for it again. Thiele looking for Jake Hilmer again, and it's incomplete again. The ball goes over on downs. Then Zephers with good field position on a 2nd and 3. Elliot Reichenbacher is somehow going to navigate traffic on his way to an 18-yard pickup. On a 3rd and 5 from the 10-yard line, Tarver Trinkner is going to spin away from a tackle in the backfield, then make another guy miss, and he's going to get down to the 4-yard line, but not before a first down. Then on 3rd and goal, doesn't matter how many guys are there. Elliot Reichenbacher wills his way into the end zone, and the Zephers have the first points of the second half. Alexei Quinones would add the extra point to tie it 14-14. Then Quinones comes out to boot it away, but the Zephers are trying an onside kick of their own. It bounces off of one of the Jets players into the arms of Luke Fairweather. Can't advance it after recovering an onside kick, but the Zephers have the ball again. On 2nd and 10, the Zephers are going to go with the reverse to Luke Fairweather, and not a whole lot of room to run here, even after reversing field. Turns out the Zephers are flagged for holding, so it brings up a 2nd and 20. But making up penalty yardage when you have an athlete like Tarver Trinkner on your team is pretty easy, and watch him take off on this play. Going to pick up the first down and a lot more before he's pushed out of bounds by Sawyer Van Dries. And on the very next play, Trinkner finishes the job, punching it in from 7 yards out, and he looks like he has safely put that first half in the rearview mirror. The extra point is tacked on, and the Zephers now lead it 21-14 late in the 3rd quarter. Into the 4th quarter now on a 3rd and 11 for Roncalli. Sawyer Van Dries gets it out of the backfield and is going to pick up the first down, continuing to be reliable as he has been all game long. Van Dries gets it again on 1st and 10, running right up the middle for an easy 7 yards. Gets his number called again on 2nd and 3 and picks up 10 more. Then with another fresh set of downs, Thiele now going to the passing game, finds Cowley for a gain of 7 yards. On 3rd and 5, Thiele going back to the air. This one's going to be batted at the line by Brendan DuPont and fall incomplete. Brings up a 4th and 5. They go for it on 4th as they have all game long, and Thiele over the middle hits Dominic Frozena for a touchdown. The extra point would be added on, and this game is tied 21-21 in the 4th quarter. On the kickoff, the Jets keep it on the ground, but Max Fosters does a great job of hauling this in and falling on it. On 1st and 10, the Zephers go with the handoff to Reichenbacher. Not much room to run, and a flag comes out at the end of this for an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Zephers. Costly penalty puts him in a 3rd and 23, and Reichenbacher can't convert. The Zephers have to punt it away. 1st and 10 now for Roncalli, handoff to Van Dries, and it's a sensational tackle by Elliot Reichenbacher to hold him to a minimal gain. But on 3rd and 6, Van Dries will not be contained. He picks up the first down on the ground, clock running in this tie game. Facing another 3rd down situation, this time 3 yards to go, and they go with Van Dries again. He just keeps doing it to the Zephers, picking up another first down on the ground. But on the next play, going to the air, Thiele can't find anywhere to go with it, and he is going to be tracked down by Max Osgood for a loss of 2 yards. Under 2 minutes to go in the game, Van Dries gets it on the ground, and the Zephers push him back for a loss of 2 again. Then on 3rd and 14, Thiele trying to make something happen downfield, but Mason Wagner goes up for it. He's got his 2nd interception of the game. Zephers with possession, less than a minute and a half to go in a tie game. Zephers trying to put this game away. Trinkner on 1st and 10 is going to keep it on the ground, picks up 5 yards, less than a minute to go now. 2nd down, Trinkner going to the air, looking for Osgood over the middle, but it's incomplete, going to bring up a 3rd and 5. Then on 3rd down, they try to go to Reichenbacher out of the backfield, but there's just no room to run, and they have no choice but to punt it away. 46 seconds left as Max Fosters comes out to punt it away, and it's a pivotal one. Looks like it touches Sawyer Van Dries at first. The Zephers' George Voss falls on it, and it would be their ball, but the referees come out and they say no, Van Dries did not touch it. The Zephers sideline is stunned. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. Here it is, zoomed in and slowed down. Hard to say, but doesn't matter, it's Jets football. On 1st and 10, Thiele going to the air is just going to get this away to Sawyer Van Dries, who's going to get a gain of 10 yards, but lunges for the sideline, can't get out of bounds, and the clock will run. Then a few plays later on a 3rd and 7, they try to pick it up on the ground with Sawyer Van Dries, but he's going to come up 4 yards short. And with 8 seconds left on 4th and 4, Thiele's pass is incomplete. The Zephers will have a shot before the end of regulation. With 3 seconds left, only time for one play, Trinkner looks for Fairweather, and it's incomplete. This game is going to overtime.
Hey, everybody, bring it in, everyone. Let's go. Hey, it's bonus football, right? Yeah! Bonus football! Yeah! I can't get enough football! Yeah! Get down there and get the job done, right? Yeah! Come on, let's make sure we're fired up, man. We got them on their heels. We're ready to do this, right? Let's get it done. We're going to have to get a score, and we're going to have to get a stop. I'm excited to be here. This is fun, man. This is what we play for. You got to love this. You got to love this. Go, boys. Everybody get hydrated. Get hydrated, man.
Shake hands real quick. Each team will get one timeout. And this is an untimed
All right, White, you get to call it
period
again.
of play.
That's a heads, that's a tails. What do you call it? What did he say? He said tails.
Tails was to call tails.
It is tails. You want to go first? They're going to go first. Which goal do you want to defend? You want to defend that goal, put your backs that way. Put your backs facing that goal. White, put your backs facing this goal. White has one.
Similar to college overtime rules, in high school, each team will get a chance to possess the ball from the 25-yard line looking to punch it in for a touchdown, and the Zephers, having won the coin toss, will go first. You heard the PA announcer say this is an untimed period of play, so here we go. Second play of overtime for the Zephers. Trinkner is going to take off himself, using that speed for a gain of over 10 yards. But on 1st and 10, the ball comes loose on the exchange between Tarver Trinkner and Luke Fairweather. The Jets fall on top of it, and they think they have just set themselves up to possibly win this game. But the refs come out and they say, no, this is an incomplete pass from Trinkner. The Zephers retain possession. And on 2nd down, low snap, Trinkner picks it up off the ground, makes a nice move, and bowls his way forward into the end zone, thinking he has just scored a touchdown. But hold everything. There's a flag on the Zephers. It wipes away the touchdown, and they got to do it again. And 2 plays later, Trinkner fakes the handoff, going to the air, finds Luke Fairweather, who gets into open space, and he will take it into the end zone for a touchdown. The Zephers start to celebrate, but there's a flag again, and this one is called back. The Zephers now backed up farther back than where this drive even started, and now Trinkner trying to take it himself, but there's just not enough room to run. He's going to be swarmed by blue jerseys. Alexei Quinones comes out to try a field goal to give the Zephers a 3-point lead, and he does. The Jets will get a chance, needing a touchdown to win the game. And on the first play of their overtime possession, it's a handoff to the man, Sawyer Van Dries, who's going to take it in for a 25-yard game-ending touchdown. Everyone on the Zephers sideline is stunned and heartbroken in silence. The Zephers fall to 4-3 after a heartbreaking loss in a game where they had 3 touchdowns called back by penalty.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you missed it, it is 35-0 Oshkosh North here in this one against Sheboygan North. I'm Brett McNamara, and you are watching on Zaleski Sports. Oshkosh North is going to kick this one away to start the second half. We'll see if the starters stay out there for now. I'm assuming we'll see the backups towards the midway point of the third quarter. Maybe one drive for Ott, but I'm not too sure. Ott and Jamari Scott, Jackson Anderson, and Dalton Clark. We'll see if they end up playing a little bit more here in this second half or not. But we are ready to go here once again, as we are just awaiting the kick now from Mason Grings. Here we go. Mason Grings boots it away. It's going to be a little short of the end zone. They're going to return it here. Across the 20, past the 30 now. He's got one man to beat. He's got a good chance and a good return here from the wide receiver. Nehemiah Stewart once again making another play for this Sheboygan North Raiders squad, as he was tackled around the 45-yard line into Oshkosh North territory, and that's where the Raiders are going to start their first drive of the second half with a little bit of momentum. Be sure to check out boundwisconsin.com for score, standing stats, and written content throughout the week. I get my stats from www.boundwisconsin.com, and you can too. Here's Olson. It's going to be a keeper by Olson. He's got the pitch option on the outside, and that goes nowhere. Pitched out to Noah Blaha. And it's going to be a loss of 1 for the Raiders. So they run that triple option, have the chance to hand it off to Milton Thomas, decide to pull it, and then Olson pitched it at the last second to Blaha. And that just didn't work out very well. There wasn't enough blockers out there, so now 2nd and 11 for Sam Olson. And you're going to see a little bit of a tempo offense here for the Raiders, down 35-0. Here's a snap. Olson looking to his right. He's got the open wide receiver. It's caught, and that's Noah Blaha once again getting the ball here, this time on a completion of gain of 6. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for the Raiders. So 3rd and 5 now. This is most likely 4th down territory with them being down by so much. Olson's going to go from the pistol with the running back Thomas in the backfield. Olson looking to his left. He's got the wide receiver. It's caught. Possibly a first down. It's going to be a close call. Reception made by Jackson Knutson. And looks like he's short. So 4th and 1 now for the Raiders. And like I mentioned before, it is 4th down territory. And that offense is going to stay out there. So it is a running clock with it being 35-0. But as soon as it hits anything less, the clock will stop. So 4th and 1 now, a big play here for the Raiders. The Spartans trying to force them to another 3-and-out. And a jump, no flag. Here's a snap, handoff. It's a keeper by Olsen. He's got the first down on the quarterback keeper. And it's a 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of Oshkosh. So here's the hurry-up offense. Olsen right to the pistol formation. Here's the snap. Olsen pump fakes it, decides to go to his left. He's just going to go deep towards the end zone, and that's nice defense, but it's incomplete. Nice defense there from the defensive back, Tyler Farnsworth, making the play, and it'll be an incompletion and force the 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. Nehemiah Stewart, the lone wide receiver, at the top for the Raiders. Pistol formation once again for Olsen. Here's a snap to Olsen. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be a pitch outside to the running back, and he is wrapped around and brought down a gain of 3. I believe it's Jackson Knutson there once again with the carry. And it'll be a 3rd and 5 for Sheboygan North. Clock runs down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Here in this 3rd quarter, the running clock is really making it go through quickly. Stewart at the top of the screen once again. Here's the snap. It's going to be a play action throw now. He wants the wide receiver, and that's batted into the air and incomplete. Pass was intended for Nehemiah Stewart, but it was underthrown, and a good chance to actually catch that on the deflection. There is a flag on the play, so we will await the call here to determine which way the ball goes. So Oshkosh North's going to accept the 10-yard holding penalty to push him back to 3rd and 15. Instead of pushing it to 4th and 5. Sheboygan North would have gone for it anyways, so this time a good chance to pick up some more yards for the Raiders on a 3rd down. It is the starting defense out there for the Spartans, and I believe Ott will still be the quarterback for them as well. It's going to be one-on-one coverage at the top of your screen, man-to-man defense. Here's Olsen from the pistol. Play action once again. Pump fakes it. Wants to go to his left across the middle. He's got the wide receiver, and there's a flag on the play. I thought it was pretty good defense by the defensive back, Tyler Farnsworth, but it forces an incompletion, and pass interference will be called. There is, looks like, the wide receiver, Nehemiah Stewart's a little bit shaken up there on the play. They're not going to pick up the flag. It's going to be pass interference on the Spartans. Very close call there for the refs to make, but they decided to go with the pass interference, and it'll be a gain of 15 yards and an automatic 1st down for Sheboygan North. So now, 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Here's a snap, and almost intercepted. Was right towards Andrew Brockman, who had a pretty good chance at getting the, I believe, the 4th interception of the day would have been thrown. But it was incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. So Olsen and the pistol once again. 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. One wide receiver to the right. Here's the snap. Olsen is going to cape it. Olsen tackled around the 17-yard line. A little bit of a scuffle once again. Gain of 3. It'll be second. Actually, a gain of 5. So 3rd and 5 now for Sheboygan North. On the keeper by Sam Olsen. He had the pitch option once again on that tight formation. Kind of a wing tee, but then they go to a spread here, which they're showing right now. So 3 wide receivers for the Raiders. Olsen, play action. He wants the wide receiver deep. No, has to trace back. Going to the end zone and intercepted for the 3rd time tonight by Max Rohr. He's got 3 interceptions. Fourth interception thrown by Sam Olsen. And a pretty good possession by the Raiders. Ends in a turnover. And the Spartans are going to take it over at the 3-yard line on the interception. Excuse me, his 3rd interception of the day by Max Rohr. Birkin Heating and Cooling is your factory authorized Bryant dealer. Birkin Heating and Cooling services all makes and models. Now is the right time to get warm for winter with Birkin Heating and Cooling. Call 920-759-1478 and see Birkin Heating and Cooling on Facebook. Or still in there at quarterback, it's going to be a handoff to Jamari Scott. Tries to bounce it outside, and that could be a safety. They're going to call him out the 1. So down at the 1. Just got back to the 1-yard line, and the handoff to Jamari Scott. So coming out, Eli Ott's going to sub in. Amari Davis comes out. So 2nd and 12 from the 1-yard line. They're going to go to a tight formation. 2 running backs. Here's the snap. It looks like he has a handoff to Scott. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a little bit more. And it'll be a 3rd and 9 for Oshkosh North. With 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Once again, on running clock. So it's been just going and going and going down with the big and long possession by by Sheboygan North. Under center once again, and it looks like that's going to be a flag. Neutral zone infraction for the Raiders. And you just can't have that with it being 3rd and 9. They're going to officially rule it encroachment, and now that should push out of the under center formation and back to the shotgun. No, they're going to go right back to under center. So 3rd and 4 now for Oshkosh North with 1 minute remaining. Here's the snap. Ott's going to roll out. It's a play action. He has the wide receiver wide open. It's underthrown and incomplete. Pass intended for Andrew Brockman. He had him and just a little bit underthrown by Bryce Ott. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oshkosh North wanted a flag. They didn't get one. As now the punting unit for the first time tonight, Mason Kring is going to punt it this time. With 33 seconds remaining, that's going to end the first quarter after, or excuse me, the 3rd quarter after the punt. Which is crazy, even though it is a running clock. It just feels like it just went way too quick. Here's the snap. Kring's going to boot this one away. A little bit of a chopper. He's going to take a big bounce to the left and picked up. Picked up by Andrew Oler. I don't understand what Sheboygan North was doing there. Trying to get in there at the last second was Dayton Podrowski. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter here at Oshkosh North, 35-0. We head to the fourth and final quarter here on Zaleski Sports. But first, we're going to take a commercial break and be back after 30 seconds.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success. Offering comprehensive solutions that include brand development, social media marketing, branded products, and digital marketing. The goal is to streamline every aspect of marketing while maximizing results. With a focus on clear, transparent communication and a driven team ready to hustle, Bear Performance Marketing is your partner for marketing that outperforms the competition. Learn more at bearpm.com.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor.
Yeah,
when I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
No shot. What is it, false start? Oh, encroachment.
How did I play?
That's crazy.
I could.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Once again, currently 35-0 as we head into the fourth and final quarter. Olsen's going to be out of the shotgun. High snap there, and it looks like there's a new quarterback in there for the Raiders. I'm not sure if it is Olsen. The guy looks a little bit taller. It might still be Olsen. I maybe just be... With it being so cold outside, so chilly, it's getting to my brain now, or my eyesight. I mean, it's been the jerseys from the beginning, but a little bit chilly out here now with the wind coming in. So I believe it's still Olsen out there. We're gonna assume it's Olsen. One wide receiver to the right now for the Raiders. Running clock still in session, as that's gonna go nowhere on the handoff. And tackled around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 now for the Raiders. So as we head into the final week of high school football before playoffs begin, assuming that Sheboygan North's going to drop this one, this is going to drop them to 5-3 overall, 2-3 in conference. They'll play Menasha next week. And then over on the Oshkosh North side, as here's a snap. Throwing, it is caught by the running back wide receiver and trying to strip a tackle. Big hit, ball comes out. It was caught by Jackson Knutson. It's going to be a first down for the Raiders on the completion from Olsen to Knutson. But looking on to the Oshkosh North side, that will move them to 8-0, 6-0 in conference. So next week they look to complete it all and go undefeated in the regular season. Here's the snap, throwing over the head. Pass intended for Knutson once again. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now for the Raiders. But assuming with this win, it's going to move Oshkosh North, I would think inside the top 10 ranked-wise. I feel like that's more than likely that's going to happen is there's an injury timeout called on Oshkosh North. Not sure who is down, but we're going to head to a commercial break, and we'll get you the information after we come back after this.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here? We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Okay, so it looks like... Hello and welcome back. It was Tyler Farnsworth with the injury. It looks like he's okay, though. Probably just a cramp as he's just walking off the field. Most likely his day is done, though. They're not going to try and push him out there with such a big lead. So now, 2nd and 10 for the Raiders with the running clock under 10 minutes now. Here's a snap to Olsen. Olsen looking to his right away. He's going to go with the pump fake. He's got the wide receiver in the end zone, and a big catch. It is caught for a touchdown. A big catch made by Nehemiah Stewart. Making the play, jumping all the way up on the pass from Olsen, and finally the Raiders get on the board. It is now 35-6. As it is going to be the kicking unit, so no going for two here. As we await the extra point attempt. Here's the kick. It is up and wide left. That is no good. And this score is going to stay at 35-6, but that actually helps Sheboygan North a little bit. No more running clock. Never mind, I believe the clock will still keep on going. So apologies there, was Oshkosh North is going to await this kick return, and we're going to see if the backups are heading in or they're going to keep Ott out there. It looks like Ott's day is done. His helmet's off. He's high-fiving all of his teammates. So that means the backup quarterback is going to go to Julian Rue. He was the backup quarterback that came in against Sheboygan South a couple weeks ago. So I'm assuming it's going to be Julian Rue. But, you know, things can change as we await the kickoff for the first time since the first half for Sheboygan North. 35-6, 9:46 left in this one. Fox Valley Tool and Die is a precision machine job shop that supplies critical machined components for a range of customers from Fortune 100 companies to local paper mills. Contact us today, 920-766-9455. Here's the kick up and away around the 10-yard line, collected by, no, that's going to be a fumble, and play is now dead. It was collected by Amari Davis, and Ott's going to stay out there, actually. So I thought Ott was going to come out of this ball game, but with 5 passing touchdowns already in this one, maybe he's looking for number 6. And I'm assuming by the end of this one, we're going to be talking to Ott as well for the Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game. And I feel like he deserves it. You know, 5 passing touchdowns, and they weren't easy grabs either. Maybe a couple of them were a lot due to the wide receivers making a play. Ott was outstanding tonight. So there's 9 minutes remaining in this one. Here's the snap. Handoff to Jamari Davis, or excuse me, Jamari Scott. Gain of 8 or 9 actually. So 2nd and 1 for Oshkosh North. Next week, Oshkosh North will play Notre Dame to try and complete the undefeated season. With this win tonight, they'll go to 8-0 and 6-0 in conference. Here's the snap. Handoff to, no, it's actually a pass. They're going to go deep to the wide receiver. He's got him wide open all the way across the middle, and looks like the corner's cramping up, and an easy touchdown for Dalton Clark. A 90-yard, actually 80-yard touchdown to Dalton Clark. That's the last thing I expected on a pass from Bryce Ott, was to go deep for a touchdown. And Ott has 6 passing touchdown, well over 250 yards easily. We got to get correct stats on that. But what a performance by Bryce Ott tonight. So the kick is up and good. And another touchdown for Dalton Clark as well. 3 receiving touchdowns. As we are going to head to another commercial break here on Zaleski Sports. 42-6. We'll be back after this.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Currently 42-6. Oshkosh North. If you missed it, it was another big completion, an 80-yard passing touchdown from Bryce Ott to Dalton Clark, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the night. Right across the middle, it was an easy post. Nice throw from Ott, and he took it the distance all the way for the touchdown as the kick is away momentarily for Mason Krings. Here it comes. He boots it all the way, and they're just going to blow whistles, and it looks like it's going to be offsides on the kickoff. And if I'm Sheboygan North, I'm just going to take it at the 20-yard line. But I believe they're just going to do a re-kick here, move them back 5 yards. So I'm assuming if Oshkosh North gets out there, it will be over for Bryce Ott. No more passing touchdowns to try and get to that 7 mark, which would be insane. I said it before, over 250 passing yards easily, so we'll see if that's true. Not too sure about that. Once again, Sheboygan North will play Menasha next week. And then Oshkosh North will play Notre Dame. As here is the second kick for Mason Krings. That one still booted to the end zone and a touchback. And I feel like Krings could kick it from the 20-yard line and it would still be a touchback. So Oshkosh North's defense once again will come out. Looks like the backups are in. You see the corner Nazir Fisher in along with number 14 Braden Sowell. And I'm assuming that we're going to see them on offense as well if they get another possession. So 8:14 left to go, 42-6. Running clock still going. Starting offense still out there for Sheboygan North. You can see Nehemiah Stewart as a lone wide receiver at the top. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 running back in the backfield. That's Milton Thomas. Here's a snap. Olsen looking to his right. He wants the wide receiver. Knutson, he's got him. Gain about 4 yards on the 5-yard out route, and he'll keep that clock running. So 2nd and 5 now. And I'm assuming we got literally 8 minutes left to go in this one, and then it should be over. It's going to be a play action, a fumble, and that's going to be Oshkosh North football. Another mistake. It is their 5th turnover offensively for Sheboygan North. And there's something special about this Oshkosh North roster. Defensively, they are insane. 4 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and have not allowed any touchdowns in that first half. And then in the second half, they only allow 1 touchdown grab. So now the Oshkosh North offense will come out there. I'm assuming it's going to be Julian Rue at quarterback. And yes, Julian Rue is in there along with Xavier Waters. And Jamon Thompson-Schreck is in at running back. So 6:54, a little under 7 here in this one. So Oshkosh North looks to punch in some more points. Here's a snap, handoff to Thompson-Schreck. Goes about 4 yards and then brought down. Actually, maybe a gain of 2 or 3 around there. He'll be 2nd and 7 now. And it should be probably 1 or 2 plays for each minute. So Rue in the shotgun. Thompson-Schreck to the left of him. 2 wide receivers to the right. Here's a snap to Rue. Handoff to Thompson-Schreck. Schreck following his blockers. Cuts inside. Ripped. And the ball is out. Good chance for Sheboygan North to get the ball back, and they do. It's a turnover, the first turnover of the night for Oshkosh North on a fumble by Thompson-Schreck. And the refs are talking over something. So we'll see if anything is called. There is a flag on the play. I just noticed that. And I believe they're going to call a face mask here. And it should still stand Oshkosh North football. Advantage Machine has invested in Machine Center, machine tools, metal inventories, and our people. Advantage Machine offers a first-class workspace to ensure the best quality. And with our responsive customer service, fair pricing, and on-time delivery, call 920-462-4427 and see Advantage Machine on Facebook. It's going to be a face masking call on the Sheboygan North defense, so they still cannot catch a break, as that will not be a turnover for the Spartans. And that will push the ball all the way up to the, I believe, the 7-yard line is where they're going to put that one. With the clock still running. And timeout is going to be called for Sheboygan North. So that's going to stop the clock. So 4:35 left to go in this one. First and goal for Oshkosh North. And once again, 6 passing touchdowns for Bryce Ott. Most recently, the 80-yard grab by Dalton Clark. He has 3 receiving touchdowns. I might just talk to both of them because they're on some wavelength tonight. Insanity just got me speechless in that first quarter. 5 passing touchdowns alone for Ott. Obviously, with the running clock and halftime and all the other things going on, they just kind of went away from the pass. And then here in the second half, they finally get a possession where it's like, yeah, let's throw it up to Dalton Clark. Why not? And they scored another touchdown. So now Julian Rue in at quarterback for the Spartans. Here's a snap handoff to Thompson-Schreck, and Schreck is into the end zone. That's a touchdown. Jamon Thompson-Schreck gets his first rushing touchdown of the game. It is now 48-6 Oshkosh North. Another nice possession for the Spartans on the rushing touchdown. 4:30 officially left on the clock is the kick from Krings to make it 49-6. Oh, a little miss. He's just going to throw it, and that's going to be incomplete. It was Jackson Anderson, the placeholder, with the throwing attempt intended for Manuel Talatelpa. So now 4:29 left. I'm assuming this is going to be the last possession no matter what for Sheboygan North. And that will make them drop down to 5-3 overall, 2-3 in conference. And then over on the other side, Oshkosh North will improve to 8-0 on the season, 6-0 in conference as they look once again to complete the undefeated season. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get a head start on their college education thanks to dual credit classes made possible by Fox Valley Technical College. These are college-level classes that high school students take for free, save on average more than $600 per student. Learn more at fvtc.edu/gettechnical. Krings now on the unsuccessful extra point will now kick it away. As here comes the boot. That's going to head into the end zone. And a touchback once again called on the kickoff. Travel Leaders Discovery specializes in creating personalized, unforgettable, and stress-free travel experiences for individuals, families, and groups of all sizes. Travel Leaders Discovery is a full-service agency booking beach vacations, cruises, hotel-only and air hotel, Disney, house rentals, businesses travel, romantic travel, and family vacations. Anywhere you want to go, call Travel Leaders Discovery at 833-TL-TRIPS and visit www.tltrips.com. Out will come the Sheboygan North Raiders offense once again. Going in motion. Here's a snap, handoff. On the reverse. Big hit there. It'll be a gain about 1. So 2nd and 9. Still Olsen in there at quarterback. Two wide receivers on each side, one running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's going to be another handoff. There is a flag on the play. They're going to pitch it to the outside, getting outside, a nice block, and a first down. But there is a flag, and I'm assuming it's going to be holding or blocking the back, and that will push him back. Clock is still running under 4 minutes now. Most likely 3 more plays, and this one will be all over. It's to be holding on the offense. Like we mentioned, that's going to push them all the way back. Another 10 yards. So it should be 2nd and 18 now for the Raiders. Need a game plan that delivers marketing victories? Bear Performance Marketing is your full-service partner for strategic success. From brand development to social media marketing and promotional solutions, we streamline your marketing for maximum results. Learn more at BAERBPM.com. Going in motion and a fumble that gets blown dead. Loss of another 3 yards, and it's now 3rd and 21. So everything just falling apart now for the Raiders. It's 3rd and 23. Olsen from the shotgun, 2 wide receivers. And this just probably has a deep shot. Here's a snap. Olsen looking, rolling outside to his left. He wants the wide receiver. He's got a good route, and that might be passing interference, and it will be. Easy call made. Pass intended for Cade Hightower. And that'll be an automatic first down for the Raiders on the 3rd and 23 attempt. We are under 2 minutes now, 48-6 once again. 6 touchdown passes for Bryce Ott. 3 receiving touchdowns by Dalton Clark. I'd say probably 2 more plays here, and that will be the end of it. Maybe 1 more, depending on how generous the refs are. Olsen from the shotgun once again. Wide receiver in motion, handoff. No, it's going to be a throwing attempt. That's going to go over the head. Caught by Hightower, and a big hit out of bounds. What a hit. As you can hear the crowd and the teammates getting loud. as they support their team. 59 seconds left now in this one. Here's a snap to Olsen. Olsen rolling to his right, looking for the wide receiver. He's got him wide open and incomplete. Another big hit. Tremaine Chapman, they're going to throw a flag. I'm not sure on what, as the clock's just going to roll out anyways. So why not just pick another flag? And I'm not sure what Sheboygan North's cheering up for over there. Currently down 48-6 on a couple flags. So another Dud Bell foul. This clock's just running under 10 seconds now, so this game is over. The game's over. There's 2 seconds, 1 second, the game's over. And that's going to end the game. They didn't stop the clock. And that's going to end at 48-6 is your final. Sheboygan North goes to 5-3, 2-3 in conference, and then Oshkosh North improves to 8-0 and 6-0 in conference. Stay tuned for the Zaleski Sports Highlight House Player of the Game and the post-game show, as we will be back after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Up there.
He's got a thumbs up.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show. Alongside me is Coach Luke Ott, Bryce Ott, the quarterback, and the wide receiver, Dalton Clark. All three of you guys, great game today, improving to 8-0 overall, 6-0 in conference.
Yep.
With y'all absolutely blowing out Sheboygan North. A big win once again. Going into this final game, trying to become undefeated. How do you guys do that?
You know what? We enjoy this for 24 hours. It's been our motto the whole season. Whatever we are, 5-0, 8-0, whatever. We're 8-0 until Sunday night at 6 p.m. when we meet and watch film and we get ready for the week. And this group, seniors on down, they've gotten that motto. They understand it that hey, the game today is great. Homecoming, fantastic atmosphere. And they just know that they got 24 hours or 48 hours, and we're gonna go hard on it on Sunday night.
Exactly, you said it correctly, Coach. I mean, with the way this season's been going, it's been all you guys. You guys have blown out pretty much every single team. It's been awesome to watch, been awesome to broadcast. I mean, even for Zaleski Sports, we're so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
You know, broadcasting for you guys. With this being one of your guys' biggest seasons, how does it feel to be playing this well for the fans?
It feels great. You know, it's been a while. Last year was a turnaround season, getting into the playoffs for the first time in 8 years or whatever it was. But these kids have put in hard work all summer. You know, we started it last spring in morning workouts and then through the summer. This senior class of 20 kids, they learned by fire back as freshmen and sophomores, and they got their butts handed to them. And you know what? They never quit. They saw that it was a working process, and it's showing right now. And I think this week the maturity level of our seniors is going to stand out because we know what's at stake.
Yep.
We know and respect Notre Dame. They handed it to us last year. They obviously went to state. They're still a very good team, top-ranked team, and absolutely we have our work cut out for us. But if we prepare and we're ready for it, I think our confidence is where we need to be right now.
Exactly. Notre Dame is a very tough squad, but I love that you guys never quit.
Yep.
Great quote. So thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. We'll talk to your players here. Boys, you guys connected on 3 passing touchdowns. I felt like everything was dropping for you, Bryce. How does it feel, Dalton, being one of the guys, like one of his go-to guys?
Honestly, it feels good. You know, just knowing that he trusted me, that's mainly the big thing. Just that he trusted me and trust that I can get open and do my job of the whole offense and just reading the reads.
Exactly. And Bryce, I'm just going to ask you really quickly, how does it feel just being – I feel like it felt for me, broadcaster, for you guys, unstoppable tonight. Like,
yeah, it did definitely feel that way. Just coming out and scoring, pretty quick. Honestly, it felt good. And then when we got the community behind us, the fans behind us, I mean, yeah, there was nobody stopping us tonight. We had it going.
Exactly, guys. You said it correctly. You did. You had it going from the get-go. Like literally, first snap, you guys were. Yeah, it was great. It was great. So now I'm going to ask you kind of the same question. Going into next week, it's a tough matchup against Notre Dame. What's the mindset you guys got going on?
Oh, no. It's a new week starting Sunday, like Coach said. And honestly, just prepare for who we got to stop and what team's next. Just 0-0.
Our thing's just the next day. Like, we're preparing for Sunday. That's our number one thing right now. And then how Monday practice is going to go, we're not even thinking about that right now. We're taking it one day at a time, prepping, doing our stuff, focusing, all that, just to get ready for Friday night.
Exactly. Hey, good luck to you boys. I'm going to hand you the microphone. You guys know what you're doing. You can kind of say it together.
All right, you go first.
Don Clark,
Bryce Ott,
and we in the house.
Thank you, boys.
Yes,
Have a good season. Good luck next week.